Hi, this is Laura. I taught a workshop on the weekend for back care and back strengthening. And this was a really short sequence that I included in it as sort of daily MOT, daily essentials to check in and see how your back is feeling, which is really important if you have or do experience back problems. So coming into child's pose to begin with, but for this variation of child's pose, I want you to have your feet together and your knees together. Then as you fold forwards, let the spine round and bring the arms back behind you and the head drops towards the floor. So in this version of child's pose, the spine's really got a nice round and curve to it. So you can notice how that feels. Let the shoulders drop down and start to observe your back, where you might feel any tension or tightness. Focus on the breath, deepening and lengthening the breath. Taking one more breath, allowing the spine to round and release. And gently coming out of this posture, up onto your hands to all fours. Take your knees hip distance wide, hands shoulder distance wide. You're going to inhale, lift your tailbone up, let your tummy fall down, the chest lift, and your head lift to look forwards in cow pose. Inhale. Exhale, tailbone curls down, gently rounding through the back and bringing the chin to the chest. This is really good for mobilizing your back. Inhale, lift the head, lift the heart, and also checking in to see if there's any parts of the spine that feel stiff or aren't moving well. Exhale and round. Once more, inhale, lift the head, lift the heart. And exhale to round. Now we're going to come back into child's pose, but very different variation now. Bringing my feet together and taking my knees really quite wide apart. As I sit the hips back to the heels, extend the arms forwards, I get to lengthen through my spine and flatten it out a lot more. Again, the chest drops and the head drops towards the ground. So if you notice here, it's much less of a round, but even maybe slightly of a back bend, a slight arch in the back here. So notice how that feels by comparison. Notice your breath. Breathing into any areas that feel tight or restricted. And take 2 more breaths. And then inhale, coming back up to all fours again. Hands under your shoulders, knees under the hips. It's going to reverse the breath now. So start by inhaling and rounding into cat stretch. Really press the ground away and stretch out across the top of your shoulders. Then as you exhale, you get this feeling of lengthening and extending the spine into cow. Press down through the hands and really lift up through the chest. Start to exaggerate this now. Inhale and round. Press the ground away as hard as you can. Chin to chest, stretch out the upper back. Exhale, lengthen, pull against the heel of the hands. Really draw the heart through. Once more, inhale, press the ground away and round. And exhale to lengthen. From there, tuck your toes under, coming into downward facing dog. Pull your hips up and back. Now remember, down dog's predominantly here to stretch out your spine, so we're not so interested in your hamstrings. So it's okay to bend the knees, even lift the heels slightly. So as you press the ground away, you can really draw the hips back and get as much length as you can in your spine. Let your head relax, ears line up with your biceps. Just hold here for another 2 breaths. And lowering your knees. So thank you for watching this short video. I really do see these as just daily essentials for anyone with any back problems to keep things moving so you can check in and see when there's change. Again, if you need any questions or you need any support, please do get in touch. You can find me on my website, which is www.lauragreenyoga.co.uk. Thank you.